An AEW figure has been released following the All Out investigation, plus future Money in the Bank plans possibly revealed, and a SmackDown star was announced for Halloween Havoc last night. It's all in the wrestling news right now. It's been a while since we talked about the All Out press conference. Good to talk about it again. It's good to talk about it again. Dave Meltzer revealing on Wrestling Observer Radio that Ace Steel has gone from All Elite Wrestling. Meltzer saying that the release of Steel took place officially yesterday, and that other things are happening behind the scenes in relation to the All Out investigation.
Yeah.
This is the first thing that we've really heard about the investigation in some time, isn't it?
It is, and certainly the first thing we've heard concerning the key players in the melee, CM Punk, Ace Steel, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Ace Steel was reported by various news outlets afterwards to have bitten Kenny Omega and to have swung a chair at Nick Jackson as well, apparently. Now, a lot of people, I think, might not find this too surprising, because a lot of people were suggesting that Ace Steel, being the one of least prominence amongst these names, would be the first one out the door, because he seemed to have the biggest role in the brawl and also isn't a part of the active roster.
Yeah, so it's almost, I don't want to say a fall guy, because he's certainly got amongst it with everybody.
Right.
But certainly that's the first bit that we're hearing from it. Not much more to say on it at this point. I think now that Ace Steel has been released, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a little bit more from the investigation.
Like things are in motion now.
Yeah,
right,
I think this is where things begin. And of course, we will keep you up to date with everything that takes place at cultaholic.com. Busy night of NXT. It was the go home for Halloween Havoc, and it was stacked to the gills. Overstuffed beef ravioli with main roster talent. We had the Good Brothers.
Yes.
We had Raquel Rodriguez,
Yes.
Sonya Deville,
Yes.
Rhea Ripley, and lastminute.com announcement, Kevin Owens.
Yes, we did. This was to combat AEW Dynamite, whose show was moved from Wednesday to Tuesday for one night only due to the baseball. So the baseball, Tom, as we mentioned on the previous news video, it's called baseball. No. Now, this was very interesting indeed, because Kevin Owens' role was to host the KO show in like the main event segment of the night with Bron Breakker, Ilya Dragunov, and JD McDonough, because they're all competing for the NXT Championship. So they were his guests, and you'll never believe it, right? But a brawl actually broke out during it. I know.
Why does that happen?
I know. They will be headlining Halloween Havoc this weekend. And then, this is the most intriguing part. Another main roster star showed up, Tom, to interrupt the brawl.
Here's Austin Theory with his Money in the Bank briefcase. And it's very heavily implied that he might cash it in on Saturday on NXT television. Now, is this is a new precedent being set here?
It's never been done.
No one's ever cashed a Money in the Bank briefcase on an NXT champion.
No, hang on. Was Rhea Ripley maybe an NXT star when she won the Rumble? No. Oh, I can't remember.
Ripley's not won Money in the Bank.
No, she hasn't won Money in the Bank. What am I talking about? No, I just remember her wrestling Charlotte, but she'd already moved up to the main
it's wheels within wheels.
Oh, was Charlotte the NXT champion? Did she go back down to
Charlotte won the Rumble and challenged the NXT champion.
But the Money in the Bank has never been cashed in on an NXT champion.
It's been a main roster bit of a kit for the longest of times.
Now, this is an intriguing one, because obviously before, Austin Theory's been one of the most intriguing people to follow in WWE since it went from Vince to Triple H as the head of creative, because he was very much a Vince guy, wasn't he? And even though a lot of people might have seen that as helping him, and he certainly got put in featured spotlight moments, on the other hand, he had to really carry Vince through some segments as well.
Really did.
Now he seems to maybe not factor into Triple H's plans, at least for now, as much as he did Vince's plans. So it's been a bit of a weird one, because he's Money in the Bank holder, but he loses like all the time. No one ever really buys that he's going to cash in on Roman Reigns at any point, and because Roman holds both those belts, there's not an alternative option for him to cash in on. So maybe this is the perfect solution for Triple H, because it helps also put a spotlight on his special baby, NXT, and make their belt look important as well.
Do you think Austin Theory becoming NXT champion is a likelihood this weekend?
Oh, I feel like they might have made it too obvious now.
But I mean,
I
think that's why they did it. I think the one sort of staple that I see quite a bit of Triple H promoting is the fact that they do kind of signpost a very obvious outcome.
And they don't necessarily swerve it. It just,
They don't swerve it.
Right, okay.
Not that it's a bad thing, like to signpost an outcome and then fulfill the outcome.
Not if it's a good one, yeah.
If it's a good outcome, then that's fine. And maybe Theory, like you say, having someone like that who's been to the main roster and come back, sort of lording it over NXT, it's quite an interesting new direction to take the company. As for Bron Breakker, maybe this is where he moves up to the main roster.
Right. Yeah, I mean...
Maybe they swap Theory for Breakker and put Breakker on SmackDown, maybe?
I could totally see it. I just don't know whether, if you're Austin Theory, are you going to be happy about this turn of events? Because obviously you've been promised the world effectively, and now you're back to NXT.
I think the world still is waiting for Austin Theory.
He's very young still, isn't he?
I just think that right now, I don't see how Austin Theory factors into a title picture.
No.
That has been containing the likes of like Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Logan Paul, potentially The Rock, Cody Rhodes potentially. Like there's some big names, and no disrespect to Austin Theory, but never did he ever feel like he was going to be any more than like a spoiler.
Yeah.
I remember when he ran out of Clash at the Castle, and we thought, there's no way he's cashing it in, but maybe this is how Roman wins or how Drew wins the title, by pinning Austin Theory.
But then Tyson Fury just knocked him out.
It was
a great spot though.
It was amazing.
Was it good live?
Live was absolutely, the crowd were outraged in the best way. When Theory came pounding down to the ring, we were like, here we go. And they were still drinking that in when Theory popped him. When Tyson popped Theory, we were still drinking that in. It was just, it was incredible. I'm not against Theory going to NXT.
No.
I personally think that's not a bad shout, and hopefully he'll see it that way as well.
Hopefully so. Yes.
Another SmackDown star that rocked up last night on a loaded NXT was Shotzi. She revealed that she'll be the host of Halloween Havoc, and as a result of beating Zion Quinn, Quincy Elliott will be the co-host of Halloween Havoc. Presumably they'll just stand there in fun costumes and spin the wheel and make a deal.
I love the host role in wrestling.
It's good, and when you fight to be the host, it's a lovely time. Fight for a night off of wrestling.
Yes.
Halloween Havoc's card looking pretty juicy.
It really is. It really is. They've built this one quite well. There's a lot of big matches which feel very personal, which is a good thing. So we've got the ambulance match between Damon Kemp and Julius Creed, former stablemates in the Diamond Mine. If Damon Kemp wins, then Brutus Creed, Julius's brother, must leave NXT. I'm a bit confused whether that's going to happen or not, because surely it's too early to split the Creeds up. But then you could have, if my brother's leaving, I'm going with him, and then they go up to the main. I don't know. It's a strange one.
I mean, there's a lot of hope for like Brutus Creed as a solo wrestler.
Oh, but they're both so good as a tag team as well.
They are good as a team. Weapons Wild, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, they picked poison and picked each other apart. And now it's time to put all that to one side and fight with weapons.
Yes, recently Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez appeared on Raw and SmackDown to scout for opposing partners for the other one. They were picking each other's poison, as you say. Cora Jade picked Rhea Ripley for Roxanne Perez, and who did Roxanne Perez? Oh, Raquel Rodriguez to face Cora Jade. That all happened last night, but it doesn't change the fact that these two are going to face each other in this Weapons Wild match. I think this has possibly been one of the best built ones.
It's been a lovely build.
Roxanne Perez went to the Lake of Sadness and wrote in a phone about and blocked Cora Jade's number, and they just used to be friends, Tom.
We used to be friends.
They did used to be friends.
The North American Championship on the line.
I felt like
we used to be best buddies.
Why did you have to move on? Now we're not. Why did you have to move on so swiftly? But they used to be friends. You're like, North American Championship on the line.
Mate, that's business. That's business. It's not about friendship. It's all business.
You tell me why.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Weapons Wild match.
Okay, bye. The North American Championship. It's on the line. It's Carmelo Hayes, Ora Mensa, Wes Lee, Von Wagner, and Nathan Fraser.
Could this be Carmelo Hayes' farewell to NXT?
Feels like it might be. I think this could be the night for Wes Lee.
Because this is obviously for the vacant North American Championship, which Carmelo Hayes lost. So, yes, I would agree. If I was going to predict, I'd also go for Wes Lee, I think.
Spin the wheel, make the deal. Grayson Waller versus Apollo Crews. Surely Crews already knows what the wheel's going to land on.
He sees visions, and also sometimes makes other people's eyes bleed. I don't understand this feud.
It's a very That's So Raven.
It is
personality
so Raven.
that Apollo Crews has, right down to making people's eyes bleed.
Yes.
The NXT Women's title on the line. There were some question marks about this one, but it's still on the card. Mandy Rose and Alba Fire. Mandy's had like a very as a personal issue that she's been dealing with back home. And there was some question marks whether this match would go ahead. It's still down to happen.
Yes.
So we'll keep tabs on that
Mandy
one.
turned back up last night. She's blonde again.
There you go.
And Sonya Deville got involved as well, but Alba Fire beat her, kind of strengthening Alba Fire ahead of the title match, so fair enough.
And the NXT Championship on the line. Bron Breakker defends against Ilya Dragunov and JD McDonough. Halloween Havoc looks good.
It does
fun.
look. It looks good, doesn't it? I think fair play to Shawn Michaels and the guys and gals down in NXT. Fair enough.
Had a lovely job. Great news for Ring of Honor, according to Tony Khan. So Ring of Honor has one big event left in 2022. It's going to be Final Battle from the University of Texas. But Tony Khan recently in an interview has said that there is some great news around the corner with regards to an ROH weekly TV show in 2023.
Now, will this... it's tricky because AEW already have rather a lot of shows. Would it take the place of one? Or if it's on TV, I guess there'd be 3 then Tony Khan wrestling shows on TV. Dynamite, Rampage, and this Ring of Honor one. If it didn't become like Ring of Honor Rampage, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, that's a school of thought that I've had a few times.
Yeah.
But if only maybe we should sit down and talk about the relationship between ROH and AEW.
But tell you what, it's almost like there's going to be a video about that coming up very soon.
You know more, okay, keep on the youtube.com/Cultaholic and we'll let you know more when we know more. And you'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at Cultaholic.com.
Oh, and also, please do check out twitch.tv/Cultaholic tonight.
We didn't plug your Twitch in.
That's all right, don't worry. Me and Owen will be taking control of Cultaholic FC on Football Manager. Up the Fabes, come on. That's from 6 p.m. UK time.
Big night for the Fabes.
Yeah.
All big nights at the moment.
I mean, it's up and down. It's up and down with the Fabes.
There's your Fabes may go up as well as down.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Stay safe and love you, bye.